Good morning. We're back. It's Cassidy with eXp Realty.
And Bruna with Academy Mortgage.
And today we're going to tell you about the do's and don'ts during the home buying process.
I like this topic a lot. I like it a lot.
Yeah, we don't want to get our offer, messed up
Nope.
after it's been accepted. So
Nope.
I got a few questions. So
Okay.
I just got offered my dream job. Can I take it?
Congratulations. I wouldn't take it until you talk to your mortgage lender. There are circumstances that we can work with that without affecting your loan approval. Other times it can be a deal breaker. So first step, talk to your lender, disclose all of the information about the new job so they can determine if you can accept it or not based on your situation.
Awesome. So I want to buy a sectional couch for my new house. Can I go down to the furniture warehouse and buy that today?
If you have cash, absolutely. However, do not go financing that because you may have a couch but not a house.
Ooh,
Yeah,
okay.
we've seen that happen. So again, it's a matter of communicating with your lender. If you have cash, by any means go do that. But if you have to do an inquiry, finance your couch, you want to make sure that you have your house to place the couch first.
Yeah. House first, couch later.
Second.
Yeah. So what if I were to close like a credit card account? Would that help my loan process?
More often than not, it will not help your loan process. Same with paying off old collections, same with a lot of little things that you wouldn't think in your mind it's a beneficial thing that you're doing, but in fact can actually have the reverse effect. So again, talk to your lender.
Okay.
Don't do anything like that unless you talk to them.
So it was so sad. My granddad died last week, but I am getting an inheritance. Can I deposit it?
You guys know my answer. Talk to your lender first. If you have all of the inheritance documentation, everything that can be verified by any means, we can use that. We can use for a down payment. We can document it. However, if that inheritance was just cash laying in his backyard without an inheritance paper trail or will or documentation and the cash just came to you, that can pose some problems for us. So again, talk to your lender.
What about my fiance and I? Should we combine our bank accounts before?
Not during the process. So
Okay.
let's leave it out there. Again, you can do those things. However, a lot more paper trail, a lot more documenting for no apparent benefit. So I would
Steer
just
clear for the
steer
2
clear
month
from
period.
changes. Yeah, try to keep everything the same. We'll make everything easier, not just for the lender, but also for you and all the documentation that you need to provide.
Okay, so what about my daughter who's going off to college next month? She is finally moving out on her own. Can I co-sign on her apartment?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You are held just as responsible for that as she is. If she doesn't make payments, will affect you greatly. I do have to include that in your debt to income ratios, unless I can prove that she's been making those payments for the last 12 months in some instances. So again, no.
No. Okay. What about if I paid off my existing student loans that I have?
Okay.
Is that good?
It will depend on the situation.
Okay.
Once again. Definitely keep making the minimal payments, but I would try to avoid, again, any changes. And if that money is needed for the down payment, or you may need that money for any closing costs, you want to allocate that in a smart way. And oftentimes, paying off your student loan, it's not a necessary step.
Okay.
So,
Well,
talk to your lender.
that makes sense. Yeah. Well, new year, new me. I want to join a new gym. Can I join the gym?
You, in fact, can join the gym.
I can even join the
Yes,
gym?
you can join the gym. We do not take the gym membership against your debt to income ratio
Oh.
unless you finance a lot of equipment. Go ahead and go join the gym.
Okay, 2020. So I'm getting ready to move. I want to burn off some old paper so I don't have to move it all. Can I just start burning my old tax documents? I don't want to move those.
If they're within the last 2-3 years, I would say keep them until we're done. If they're like 5 years, 6 years older,
Good
go
to
ahead and
go.
burn it. But again, we may request some documentation that may be in your burn stack, so
Ugh,
you might
that
want
would be
to
bad.
get the house
Yeah.
first.
Okay. So what things should I do during the home buying process?
Number one, I don't know if you guys can guess what I'm gonna say, but talk to your lender before before you do any of those things. We are the experts. We're the ones who can tell you how that will affect your loan, if it will affect your approval or not. So talk to us. Provide us with the documentation as soon as we ask for it. A lot of people say, oh, we had some last minute requests. No. Most of the time is it took a while to give us the paperwork. Once we've received that, we determined that we need more paperwork because of something that was in that, and then now we need to request for some more items. So if you give that to us the moment we ask for it, we can review it, and then we'll know there are no surprises. Continue to make your payments on time. Just because I already pulled your credit, it doesn't mean that I won't have to re-pull it for whatever reason. Keep making your payments. Stay clear on those accounts. Expect documentation during the process. The pre-approval is the first step. We review the main documents, but there are other things that need to be taken into account, so expect us to reach out to you. And basically continue with your life as normal, and just don't make any big changes.
Okay.
Unless you talk to your lender.
Talk to your lender.
All right.
Okay, thank you so much, Bruna, for the do's and don'ts.
You're welcome.